It's February. It's a time of love. It's a time of sincerity. It's a time for a new episode of Superhero Deep Dive. I'm your host, Jason. I have a great episode scheduled for you today. I know it's not Valentine's, but I'm going to go ahead and talk about the Jack of Hearts anyway, because why not, right? Yeah. I don't have a Valentine's Day special set up, so sorry. I don't know. But anyways, let's talk about the Jack of Hearts. As always, let me give my disclaimers. This information is pulled from different sources across the internet and may or may not be completely complete, but they do give a really good insight on the current superhero. Now, if you guys have any questions, comments, critiques, concerns, requests for other heroes to be covered, let me know. You can catch me on Twitter, Instagram, maybe Twitch. Sometimes I'm on there. Under Super Deep Dive. Use the hashtag Superhero Deep Dive. You can also catch me on YouTube under Superhero Deep Dive. Please comment, like, subscribe, share. Help me grow my channel. I do try to respond to everything. Even if it's a simple like to the comment. I do try to respond to everything. Because I think you guys are great. And hopefully one day I can get to the point where I have enough growth to have a giveaway for you guys. And I can't do that without you, so thank you very much. And if you ever want to shoot me an email directly, feel free to. My email address is b4itall@yahoo.com. So b4itall@yahoo.com. And yeah, you can also catch me on Tuesdays and Thursday on Outworld Fleet Radio. Their website is www.un-con-ventional.com/radio. And you can also hear me wherever you hear your favorite podcasts, which I hope this is one of them. Okay, so let's talk about Jack of Hearts. He's a really cool hero. I love his look. His real name is Jack Hart because why not, right? He was born in New Haven, Connecticut, and is the son of Philip Hart, a scientist who created an energy source called Zero Fluid, and Marie, an alien humanoid woman of the Contraxian race. So he's got that going for him. After being exposed to a vat of Zero Fluid, Jack underwent a mutagenic change and gained the ability to project concussive energy from his body. So yeah. After gaining these powers, Jack began his mission of vengeance against the corporation that killed his father. This led to Jack fighting other superheroes such as the Sons of the Tiger and the Hulk. He has also fought the White Tiger. Eventually, he killed Strike, who was his father's killer. So yeah, classic revenge type thing, right? I guess. Okay, later Jack mistakenly fought Iron Man, being new to the superhero job. He asked Iron Man to take him on as an apprentice, which he did, to show him the ropes. Jack teamed up with Iron Man, Nick Fury, Guardsman, Jasper Sitwell, Jean DeWolf, and the Wraith, and battled Midas. Jack was briefly turned into a golden living statue by Midas, and then freed from his golden state by Iron Man and Yellow Jacket. Jack then aided Iron Man in fighting the Soviet super soldiers on the moon. Come on, that sounds like an 80s, an 80s sci-fi flick. Soviet super soldiers from the moon, or on the moon. Okay, anyway. Jack aided Iron Man against the Regalian commander, Arcturus, and later went off on his own, and fought Hemlock. So he fought a lot of no-name people, basically, is what this is trying to tell us. Later, Jack moved past his mission of blind vengeance and became a true hero, working with various other superheroes such as the Defenders. Jack fought the Thing, who was under mental control of the Machine Smith, and Jack Hart was then reunited with a college girlfriend named Marcy Kane, who was also a fellow graduate student of Peter Parker. Marcy, a scientist in S.H.I.E.L.D., offered to help find a cure for Jack's dangerous superpowers. Okay, so, they know they're in weird areas now. Jack fought some S.H.I.E.L.D. agents, and his powers were temporarily dampened by Spider-Man. Marcy turned out to be a Contraction agent sent to Earth to find Jack. It was at this time Jack learned of his half-Contraction heritage. Marcy took Jack to Contraxia, where he discovered that his powers had increased exponentially, and saved the homeworld of his mother by re-energizing its dying son. Dang, that's a lot, and that's kind of intense. He had enough power to restart a sun. The Contractions could not find a solution for Jack's unstable powers, and he left Contraxia to wander outer space in exile. Because what happens after you reignite a sun? You just wander around, because what else are you gonna do, right? I mean, what's gonna top that? That's setting the bar pretty freaking high. Okay. While wandering space, he was captured by the Stranger. He later escaped captivity and fought Quasar during his return to Earth. However, Jack exploded when his containment suit was breached in a battle with the Presence. Jack was retrieved from space, revived, and mentally controlled by Moondragon, and he attacked Kismet. The damage to his armor led Jack to seek aid from the Silver Surfer, who found an alien armorer on Anvil, who designed a new containment suit for Jack. Jack then battled Nebula and Guitar, which I'm sure I got that name wrong, I'm sorry. Shortly after his adventure, Jack fell in love with the alien warrior woman named Ganymede, although she did not return his feelings. Womp womp. Alright, in an effort to save R-76, an outpost manned by the Regalians, Jack of Hearts was injured in a battle with the Servitors. Jack was rescued by a team of Avengers and succeeded in convincing the Infinites to restore R-76. So yay! Subsequently, Jack and these Avengers were captured, first by the Shi'ar, and then by the Rule, acting under the orders of the Supreme Intelligence. Jack and the Avengers eventually escaped to Earth and helped reverse the plan to have Earth consumed by Ego, the living planet. Jack's return to Earth happened during the period known as the Kang War, and Jack of Hearts was accepted as a member of the Avengers, becoming the 52nd superhero to join the team. Like, is that a big thing? Like, I mean, I'm number 52 at something. Like, I never picked that up. Is that a special thing? Alright. Though the traditional welcoming ceremony for the new Avengers were deferred given the nature of the crisis they faced at the time. During his tenure, the Avengers teamed up with the Justice League of America and fought the Red Skull for unleashing a biological weapon at Mount Rushmore, killing many civilians. Are there a lot of civilians at Mount Rushmore? I'm just wondering. I mean, I know you can view it from a distance, but can you actually go up there? Like, are there a lot of people? Let me know in the comments, because that's interesting to me. You know, I would think that if I was going to put a biological weapon somewhere, probably New York, probably some kind of like, maybe Atlanta, like a Delta hub or something, you know, where there's going to be travel. Not in a tourist spot where you look at a mountain. I could be wrong. Though. Like, what if it's like, wow, this is like Mall of America. It's so densely packed in here. This would actually be the perfect place to launch a biological weapon. Maybe this is like biological weapon light. You know, like maybe he just wasn't really trying to do it. He just wanted to see if it worked. I don't know. I'm kind of lost in this. All right. Let's see. Where are we? Because that was crazy. All right. When his power levels began to increase beyond the capacity for his containment suit, Jack of Hearts chose to commit suicide rather than continue living in an isolated containment room for 14 hours a day. Jack took a child murderer who had adopted Cassandra Lang, the daughter of Scott Lang, who was the second Ant-Man, and Cassandra Lang is also Stature. Took her along with him when he exploded in space. With his uniform destroyed in the blast, the naked body of Jack of Hearts drifted deeper into space, because Why not? Why not? I really wish I understood some of this writing style, but and I guess it makes sense. Overall. If he's gonna explode, but his body's gonna remain intact, his clothes might as well come off. I don't know. All right. At the onset of the Avengers Disassembled event, Jack reappeared in uniform as to what appeared to be a zombie just long enough to blow himself up, killing Scott Lang and destroying half the Avengers mansion. Jack's return was caused by the reality-shifting powers of the Scarlet Witch through methods that have remained ambiguous. Because that's bad writing for you. Unlike his prior explosion in space, Jack's body was never recovered from the ruins. Bum bum bum. During the adventures of Hercules in Hades. God, that sounds like a 70s sitcom. Tune in next week for the adventures of Hercules in Hades. Alright, Jack can be seen playing slots to win a chance to return to the living. This is not the intended way the afterlife should operate, according to the characters, but Jack wins and excitedly declares that he is next for resurrection. Is anyone else really being like, man, this is what they came up with? This is where we are in this story. I'm sorry. All right. Jack Hart returned to life once more in the second issue of the Marvel Zombie Supreme miniseries, while defending scientists at Project Pegasus, which had been besieged by zombified clones of the Squadron Supreme. A team of special operatives led by Jill Harper and the superhero known as Battlestar came across a source of zero-point energy, which Harper believed could help them stop the zombies. The zero-point energy unexpectedly reformed itself into corporeal form as Jack. Or corporeal? I don't know how to pronounce that word. But it came back as Jack of Hearts, who returned to life wearing his original suit for unexplained reasons. I have a feeling that as we go through the history of this character, we're going to see a lot of the terms ambiguous, unexplained reasons, random, stuff like that. I have a feeling that would happen. Harper managed to revive Jack, who was temporarily amnesiac, who had amnesia, I don't know, and fainting from the stress of becoming human again. Although initially weakened, Jack quickly regained control of his powers and assessed the situation. Using his powers, Jack destroyed the zombies and saved Harper's life after she became infected with the zombie virus, and afterwards the two shared a romantic kiss. After she had already been infected with the zombie virus. What's the best way to not get sick? I'm not exactly sure, but I'm pretty confident that kissing someone with a zombie virus is not on that list. What do I know? I'm old-fashioned that way, though. I don't know. This just seems really, really weird. But what do you guys think of this character? It's got potential. Let's go into his powers before you render judgment. Alright, Jack Hart's superhuman powers are a result of a mutagenic effect of his father's zero fluid, combined with the alien genes from his Contraxian mother. He has superhuman stamina and durability. He also has the ability to generate zero energy within his body and project it as concussive force or intense heat, or as a propellant to fly. Jack is sometimes unable to exert complete control over his energies, however, but for a short time after restarting Contraxia's sun, he uncontrollably radiated enough heat to melt one of Contraxia's polar ice caps. Oh, thanks a lot. I think you'll be getting a call from Greta Thunberg. Just saying. How dare you? Okay. He can survive unprotected in space, and Jack of Hearts' brain has incorporated the artificial intelligence of a computerized device called the Scanalyzer. The Scanalyzer, enabling him to think with the speed of a computer and store and retrieve information with a computer-like capacity and efficiency. Wow, let me just bring that up in my Scanalyzer. Like all the cool kids do. The left half of Jack of Hearts' body has turned purplish black from direct exposure to zero fluid. Jack of Hearts' left eye has an opaque white membrane covering the entire pupil. These mutations were not solely caused by exposure to the zero fluid, but are actually aspects of his half-contraction genetics brought to the forefront as contractions naturally have such appearances. So, yeah. What do you want to do with that? I don't know. Let's see here. Jack originally wore a suit of armor crafted in medieval Europe. His second suit of armor was designed by Torvald and made from alien materials designed to contain the zero energy his body generates. His original suit of armor was later restored and upgraded by Moondragon after Jack was rescued from space by the Avengers, and thus leading to his connection with the team. Jack is also a fair hand-to-hand combatant and has had some shield combat training, and also, probably the most important power of all, he is a talented poet. Wouldn't you know it? Oh, come on, you knew it was coming. You knew it was there. Alright, so, only found like one real fun fact about him. He was seen as part of Nebula's crew in the Silver Surfer TV series. Which Silver Surfer had an animated series. I don't know much about it. You know what? This sounds like field trip time. Alright, let's do this. Let's go on a field trip. We're going to go on a field trip to YouTube and see if the Silver Surfer animated series is on YouTube. Because why not? Okay, I'm going to YouTube now. Let's see if it wants to load up. My computer wants to go really slow. I really need a new computer. Let's get some likes and subscribes and all that stuff so I can get the income to get a new updated computer. How about that? Okay. Surfer animated series. Alright, let's see. Silver Surfer animated series. Oh wow, there is Silver Surfer, and in parentheses, full episodes. There's 15. Okay. This might be something I have to do. Oh my gosh, it looks terrible. But yeah, I'm gonna... You know what? I'm off of work tomorrow. I'm gonna binge watch this. It'll be great. I'll try to let you guys know how it goes on the next episode, I promise. I said I'll try though. I didn't promise I'll do it. I said I promise I'll try to do it. Alright. But that's it for him. Like that's it for Jack of Hearts. If you're watching the YouTube slideshow, he's got a really cool costume. Like he looks awesome costume wise. But he's been written so terribly. Like so bad. I don't get it. I wish I got it. But I don't get it. But what do you guys think? I'm anxious to know. Let me know how he would fit into your world. Like I said, you can catch me on Instagram, Twitter, maybe possibly Twitch. I might actually do something at one point. I don't know. But we'll figure it out. Maybe I can do a YouTube live thing one day. But because I might try doing that again. But anyways, catch me on Instagram, Twitter, and Twitch under Super Deep Dive. You can also, catch me on YouTube under Superhero Deep Dive. Use the hashtag Superhero Deep Dive. Let me know what you guys think. I would really love to get some feedback. But now what we're going to do is we're going to go into what I envisioned for this character. Because I got nothing else to do right now. Now, I'm going to get into the power expansion portion. And like I said, this is where I go in and say, like, would they work well as an animated series, a TV show? Would they work well in the movies? Do they need a new comic series? What storylines would I do? Like, how would I revitalize this character? And that's what we're going to try. I was looking at this character, and it's really kind of crazy, like, what to do with this guy. So I had an idea to throw out your way. Earlier this week, and I am pre-taping the show. So earlier this week, we were told that the upcoming Guardians of the Galaxy 3 movie would be the last time we see the team in this incarnation. Now, what they're saying is that the team members may change. Like, we may still get Guardians of the Galaxy down the road, but we're not going to get them in the same group of heroes. So what I'm thinking is that in one of the upcoming movies, let's have him be in the team. He's got a pretty cool backstory, and with his powers, he could be a perfect team player. Like let's have his powers, or let's let him have his powers, but have them be uncontrollable like they have been. And if he gets too overwhelmed or damaged, he can potentially destroy worlds, like DC's Captain Atom. Like, I think that would be a cool kind of twist to it. To where he's such a big gun, but there's such a danger for it to backfire. So let's have him be introduced as a catalyst for one of the movies. Like he was discovered and taken captive by whoever the big baddie is at the time. So they can use him as a weapon to destroy their enemies. Like let's say the Kree Skrull War, for instance. Because I know we're doing Skrull invasion in the MCU at some point. So let's say the Skrulls took him, put him on a planet that they knew would be hostile, but more Kree-like. So if they attacked him, he would either A, destroy them with his powers, or B, get damaged and destroy him when he loses control and blows up. So it's kind of a win-win. At that point in time, the Guardians find out they have to save him, and he joins the team at, when it's all said and done, not only to be protected by them, but to help them out, and protect them as well. So, they have that kind of mutual thing. What do you guys think about that? Like, would something like that work? I felt like this gives the character a bit of depth, but also gives him a legitimate foothold into the MCU, which is kind of important. You do need that foothold. You need to be able to explain why you're there and what you're doing, right? So what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. But who do I cast in this? What if we cast Liam Hemsworth as Jack of Hearts? Twin brother of Chris Hemsworth. Or I believe they're twins. But at least the brother. At the very least, they're the brother. They're brothers with Chris Hemsworth, who was Thor. So he's the brother of Thor. They look so much alike that I think it would just be amazing in a Guardians of the Galaxy movie for there to be a running joke about how much this guy looks like Thor. And then if they have them side by side, I just think it'd be hilarious. And Liam Hemsworth's got really good acting chops as well, and I think that he kind of did this tormented character in Hunger Games, and I think that it could translate well into Jack of Hearts. But really, I just think it'd be hilarious to have that inside jokes, to have this guy that could be a potential world destroyer look so similar to Thor, and have people constantly making little comments about it. They're like, they show him come down and they're like, he's like, I'm here to help. And they're like, did you get a new outfit? And they're like, well, where's the hammer? I thought there was a hammer. Stuff like that. I just think it would be hilarious, because Why? Because why not? I mean, I don't know. I don't have any other reason except I think it'd just be funny. But what do you guys think? Let me know. Like I said, you can catch me on Instagram, Twitter, and maybe possibly Twitch under Super Deep Dive. Use the hashtag superherodeepdive. You can email me directly at b4itall, so b4itall at yahoo.com. And you can catch me on YouTube under Superhero Deep Dive. Feel free to leave comments, questions, critiques. If you have your own ideas, I would love to hear them. If you have requests for future episodes, I would absolutely love to hear it. But I'm going to finish up here. Until next time, guys, everyone be blessed, be happy, be safe, be smart, and if you're not smart, don't get caught. I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.